Welcome back to another tutorial, mates. My name is Mercy and this is Mercy Posh Stitches. So in today's tutorial, we're going to be learning how to make this beautiful shift dress with dormant sleeve and lacing. And as you can see, it has this collar neckline. Okay, um, this is what we're going to be learning how to to make today. So this dress is very simple, very simple, and it's very easy to make. If you're a beginner or you're a self-taught, in fact, this is one of the joys you can recreate for yourself in just few minutes. Like, it's very simple and it has lacing. So this lacing, you can lace it at the back or you can lace it at the front. And trust me, this dress is very beautiful. So if this is what you love to learn, stay tuned to the end of this tutorial. So I have 3 yards of fabric here, and this fabric is 60 inches by length. Okay, and I have 3 yards of it. Okay, so what we are going to do now is I'm going to fold this fabric into four. Okay, because we're going to be drafting both the front and the back part together. Okay, that's why I remember I told you it's very simple. I can't lie to you, it's very simple. So I proceeded to fold this fabric into four, like I said, and I mark from my shoulder to my waist, then from my waist to my hip. Then I also mark my length and I'm measuring the lines. Okay, I'm measuring the lines. I'm labeling the lines. Sorry, I'm labeling the lines. So don't worry, I'm going to try as much as possible to make it very visible, because it seems the chalk I am using is not really visible. I try using white chalk, it's not that much visible, and I'm using yellow color chalk, yet is not that visible. But don't worry, you'll get to see everything as I go on. So what I did is that I proceeded to slope my shoulder by 1.5 inches. That's what you see me do, and I connected it to the neck width. So what I'm doing now is I'm marking the neckline for the back, okay, which is 2 inches. I'm using 2 inches for the neckline for the back, and neckline for the front is about 5.5 inches. Okay, the neckline for the front is deeper than that of the back. Okay, so that is what I did. So remember, the fabric is folded into four. Okay, so after doing that, the next thing I'm going to do is to connect the neckline for the back into a round shape. Okay, so that is what you see me doing here. And I also connected the neckline for the front into a V shape, but the V shape is not exactly what we're going to be using for the neckline you saw. So we're going to still work on the neckline. So what I did is that I placed my tape on the shoulder and measured up to my waist line, right? That's what you see me do here. I measured up to the waistline. Remember, I had already marked this waistline and labeled it. So what I'm going to do now is, on this waistline, I am going to be marking my hip circumference, my waist circumference, sorry, my waist circumference divided by 4. So that is what I'm marking here, and I'm adding extra 3.5 inches to it, because this dress is a free dress, it's very free. Okay, so that is what you see me do. I proceeded to mark my waist circumference divided by 4 and added up to 3.5 inches to it. Okay, so then the next thing I'm going to do is to connect it now. You see the way I'm connecting it. So after connecting, I went over to my hip line. I measured my hip circumference divided by 4, and I'm adding up to 4 inches. Yes, I'm adding 4 inches to it. So if you want it to be very free and full, you are going to use your hip circumference divided by 4 on your waist line. Okay, you're going to use it on your waistline instead of using your waist circumference divided by 4. Okay, so that is what you see me do. And my hip circumference, like I said, I divided it by 4 and added extra 4 inches to it. Then I mark exactly what I mark on my hip, which is hip circumference divided by 4 plus 4 inches, is the same thing I'm marking on my length. That is the hem part of the length. So I mark my hip circumference divided by 4 plus 4 inches allowance to 8 on the hem. Remember, if you want yours to be bigger and fuller than mine, you can always make your allowance 5 inches or more than that. So I went on to curve this part, okay? I went on to curve this part, and that is what you see. So I believe now you're seeing what I'm marking. I told you you're going to be able to see it very well. Now I came in here by 0.75, and I'm connecting it into this part like this. So where I came in is toward the end of the shoulder line, which is what we're using as our sleeve, because it's a cut together now. We're cutting both the shoulder and the sleeve together, right? So I come in so that by the down part of the sleeve will not be pointed, okay? So I was on doing that, and that is just all for the drafting though. So what I'm doing now is to cut it out, okay? So I am cutting out, and I'm cutting the back neckline first, okay? Please remember to cut the back neckline first, then I cut through the shoulder slope. Then the next thing I'm going to do to cut is to cut the remaining part. So after cutting, what I'm going to do is to set one aside, and we're going to be working on one, which will be the front part. So the one we're setting aside is our back part. We are done with it, and the one on the table right now that I was still going to work on is the front part, okay? So I am going to fold it back just the way it was folded before I cut out, and after folding it, it will be time to cut out the exact neckline that gave us the outcome you saw at the end set of this video, okay? So I went on to fold this particular one back, and what I'm going to do is to remeasure the neck depth. So placing my tape on the shoulder line, I am marking about 7 to 7.5 inches. Then here I'm marking 1.5 inches, okay? I'm coming in by 1.5 inches. That is what you see me doing here, okay? So I measured 7.5 inches, and that is what I am marking on, okay? So by the end of sewing it, I should have like 8 inches, because I'm going to use 1 inch and 0.5 inches to sew it. So I'm just going to cut out and cut through to the neck width. I'm going to connect it into the neck width like this, okay, just to show you how we're going to cut it through. So I'll proceed to cut like this, okay? So this dress is very simple. It's something you can quickly make for yourself, a free dress for outing, for somewhere you can quickly go to. Maybe you're driving to the supermarket or anywhere. It's a very simple but classic free dress, okay? So I proceeded to cut it, and what I'm going to do now is to place them right side facing right side. That is front facing for front, which is that is this back part and the front part. I'll place it like this, and I'll go over to join the shoulder line. So I was not joining the shoulder line now, and what I'm going to do is to fold the neckline into two like this, and I'm going to measure what I have. So I'm going to start the measuring from the center back of the neckline, and which I already notched, as you saw. I went on to notch it, and I started measuring it. Remember, it's folded into two, right? And I'm going to measure it through the front neckline, okay? So I was not measuring it, and what I'm cutting now is what I'm going to be using to form that collar that you see, right? So I'm going to get this fabric folded into two, and I'm going to be cutting out what we need for that collar, okay? So I went on to fold it into two, and I cut out this. So the wideness of what I have here is 4 inches, 5 inches, sorry, is 5 inches, okay? And the length is exactly the what I have on the neckline that I measured, plus extra 2 inches allowance, right? So I am going to I went on to sew this rope as well, and I am cutting out 3 inches. So you know how you sew your normal belt or your lacing rope? That's exactly how I sew this rope, and I'm cutting 3 inches, because this 3 inches I'm cutting is what I'm going to be using to attach on the dress, okay? So I want you to recreate this dress for yourself at the end of this tutorial, especially if you're a beginner. trust me, if you follow this process, you're going to be able to recreate this for yourself, and you will be very happy because you you will not have to spend money giving to a tailor or a fashion designer to make this, because it's very simple, something you can do. So I went on to cut my rope. 3 inches is what I kept measuring and cutting. Okay, so after cutting, I'm going to be showing you how I'm going to fix it. Okay, so now I was done cutting and I came in 1 inch above the waistline. Remember, I said 1 inch above the waistline, meaning that if your waist from your shoulder to your waist is 16, you're going to mark from your shoulder to your waist to you're going to mark on 15, and that is where you're going to start to sew this rope. Do you understand? So that is what I did. I started sewing this rope on 1 inch above the waistline. Okay, that is before the waistline. 1 inch before the exact waistline is where I started. And as I was sewing, I made sure that I didn't sew it exactly on the end of the fabric. I came in about 0.5 inches. Okay, so that by the time I joined by at least 1 inch, I will only take out half inch from the lacy rope that I'm fixing. Do you understand that? That's why you see me here, I'm marking in 0.5 inches, and the interval is about 1.5 inches, the interval of the the rope that I'm sewing, as in from the distance between one to another one I'm making that I am sewing. That is what I said I'm using 1.5 inches, right? So I'll keep on sewing it. I'm going to be placing it and I'll be sewing it. I'll be placing and be sewing it. I am going to repeat the same process on the other side, and I keep measuring my 1.5 inches, then coming in by 0.5 inches. As I measure and come in, I'll proceed to sew. So that is what I'll do. I'll do it on both sides. Okay, so after that, I am going to show you the next thing we are going to be doing. Okay, so if you're coming across my channel for the first time, my name is Mercy, like I mentioned earlier, and this is Mercy Posh Stitches. And on this channel, I teach people how to sew. Okay, I teach you how to cut, that is how to draft, how to cut, and how to stitch down neatly. Okay, and my tutorials are very simple to understand, very easy, and they are beginners friendly, and they are also trendy styles, like styles that are very fashionable, styles that are up to date, styles that are trendy. These are styles that I put out here. So if you follow my channel, you will definitely know how to sew, even if you're a self-taught or you're a beginner, or if you're doing apprenticeship program somewhere, or you are a fashion student. I would advise or encourage you to also follow channels like mine that drop to sewing tutorial. It will actually make your sewing journey to be very smooth, and it will be very, as in, enjoying. You will quickly learn a lot from the period you are using to learn. Like, you're going to learn very fast. That's just what I'm trying to say. So the color that I cut out, I went on to fuse my stay to it, my color stay, though not that strong one. Okay, this one is not very strong one. It's the medium strong one. That is what I use here. So I proceeded to fuse it to it, and I notched the midpoint, like the midpoint of when you fold it into two. Do you understand? So I notched the midpoint, and after notching the midpoint, I folded into two. Then I am going to be matching up the place where I notched to the center back, and I'm going to secure my pin. That is just what you see me doing here. Okay, so you're going to fold it into two long, then match up the center with the center back. Then on the center front now, I am marking 0.5 inches. Okay, that is what you see me marking. I'm marking 0.5 inches, and I'm just going to mark it like this. Okay, so you will know the reason why I'm marking this 0.5 inches. Just pay attention to what I'm doing. You will know the reason why I'm doing it. So basically, the sewing of this collar is going to stop at this 0.5 inches. So just pay attention. I know some of us already know how to do this, but I I don't want to assume that everybody know how to do it. That is why I'm still explaining what I'm doing. So I went on to sew it on both sides of the neckline, and that particular point where I mark is where the sewing stop, and I'm going to slit through to meet the end of the sewing of the collar. So that is exactly what I'm doing here. I went on to slit through. Do you see it? So let me turn it so that you can see what I am doing very well. I went on to slit through here. Okay, I slitted through there, here now. Okay, here, you see. Then I'll meet where the sewing ended. That is what I did. I repeated the same process on the second part, and I'm going to push this collar now inside. So that slitting through is to enable this collar to be pushed inside comfortably and easily. Okay, I pushed both of them inside, and this is how it looked like. You see how the collar has a kind of crossed on the other one, or do I say overlap on the other one. So I am going to flip it now to the wrong side like this, and you can see the end of that collar now is on the wrong side because of flipping it into the wrong side. So I'm going to secure my pin now. I'm going to secure my pin, and that's half inch that I marked. That is what you see here, and I'm going to use a stitch to just sew it straight. I'm just going to make a straight line there, sew it straight, and after that I am going to turn it to the right side for you to see what I have. Okay, so that's what I'm doing. I am trying to stitch that place closed so that the collar stayed in place, the collar that I just sewed. Okay, so I went on to stitch it in place, and I'm going to turn it to the right side so that you see what I have. All right. So here is what it looked like. So remember to also trim off some excesses if you have excess fabric on the back part of the neckline. So do you see what I have now? Do you see how beautiful it's looking and very relaxed? So I'll go on and iron it so that it stays perfectly relaxed. And like I said, I'll also trim off the little excesses I have around here. Okay, so that is what you see me doing here. I proceeded to slit it out and to cut it out, I mean. And on the sleeve, I proceeded to cut out another strip, fix my stay to it, and I folded in 0.5 inches on one side. So this strip that I cut out is 4.5 inches wide. Okay, and the length is the length of the wideness of my sleeve, that is my round sleeve. Okay, plus allowance. So that is what I did, and I folded in half inch on one side. So I'm going to sew it like this, placing it um right wrong side facing right side, so that I can sew it just the way you normally sew your band, your trouser band. All right, so that is what I went on to do, and I'm going to join the both side. So that is what I'm doing here. I'm going to use my measurements. I'll measure my round sleeve, that is my bicep divided by 2. Remember, you're going to make it as free as possible. Make it as free as possible because this is a free dress. Okay, so I went on to join the side, and this is what I have. So I joined with just 1 inch. Yes, that was the allowance I joined, and I also sewed a strip and a button to use and drag the sleeve, the tip of the sleeve up. Okay, so this is what I have, and I went on to also sew my lacing rope, and I am going to lace it and show you the final outcome. Okay, so that is what I did. So I'm going to show you different style you can rock this dress. Now remember, at the start of this tutorial I showed you the finish of the dress where I lace it at the back. Now here you can see I style the lacing at the front, and it's still looking so cute. Can you see it? I style the lacing to the front, and the first video, that is the first video you saw of me wearing this dress, I styled it at the back. So you can style it the front or the back, either way. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.